Good morning. It is Friday. I was looking at this camera and I'm like, "Oh, it's not real clear." So then I got my phone and I said, "Maybe I'll use my phone because it's much clearer." We're going to stick with this one. Oh, if I were ever a candidate for Botox and whatever. There was a Irma Brombeck. She wrote this book, I Feel Bad About My Neck. And it's so funny because you see so many people. I think I'm going to go shorter. Ready? There we go. um, you see all these women and they get their face done and all this. And then you look at their neck and I'm like, oh. So we won't. That's why we wear scarves. Okay, so 4 days till Valentine's Day. Now, I don't want to shock anyone, but I don't have a Valentine. I know, it's crazy. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and I'm like, don't forget it's Valentine's Day. And he says, that is part of my agreement when I start dating someone, that they understand that I do not celebrate Valentine's Day. I'm like, mm. Sounds like my ex-husband. Oh, no. That's awfully true. I know, working on my stand-up. Yeah, I am. I've been watching The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, and for the longest time, people were telling me to watch it because, oh, that's your life. And then I'm like, oh, God, do I sound like that? No, I was watching it, and it's very inspirational. I mean, I don't want to go national. I don't want to go tour. Although it is kind of cool. She did a USO show, and I always thought, like whenever I do, like I'm an auctioneer for charity events, and you can get paid to do that. And it's like, you get paid to do this? But and I always donate my fee because I figure that's part of my charity. And I always thought it would be really cool to go do a USO show and do some kind of a show like that. I thought that was just like give back to the country and things like that. So when on one of the episodes she had done a USO show, I thought that was kind of cool. So not going on tour anytime soon. Don't worry. Uh, don't quit your day job. Speaking of my day job, I got a text yesterday from a lovely person who I'd never met. And she asked me if I knew of any homes available in a certain area. And it was actually my hometown. So I thought that was kind of cool. And I'm like, well, how did you hear of me? We're not in the same age range. She's much younger. We didn't have any mutual friends when I, of course, scoped it out on Facebook because that's how she found me. And she said she had seen that I'd listed something on Facebook before. Or I'd posted something about a friend who had a family member selling their home in that area. And I asked her, I said, are you working with anyone? And she said, no, she just looks at listings and then she'll call the agent. Well, I had this happen to me years ago. I was selling a friend's home and I'd listed it for them. And once we sold the house, she said, thank you so much. Now, and I said, well, where are you going to go? Like I knew they were going to buy something and they weren't sure what area. And she says, well, we're going to do it on our own because we've done that in the past. And, of course, the realtor in me is like, oh, I can't believe they're not going to use me. And the friend of me said, I completely understand because if this is what you've done, I'm not going to try to change your mind or anything like that. So I said, well, where are you looking? And she told me, and they had about 5 or 6 places they were looking. And she says, but I'm just trying to coordinate. And she has a job, he has a job, they've got kids. I said, look, let me just do this. As your friend, I won't be your agent because I completely understand what you're doing. Why don't I just set up the showings for you? I'll go with you as your friend and, whatever deal you work out, it's no big deal. We'll just go. So she sent me about 5 or 6 places that they wanted to see. So I set them all up. We went and saw every home. We got in and there was one that they liked. They weren't even working with a realtor, but we still got them into that time and whatever. So, and I just felt like, you know what, that's just a lot. Sometimes I'm sure in your business, a lot of times you do things just for the good of the job or good of your friend. You're just like, whatever, I'm not going to worry about it. Well, they called me up later that night and she said, I spoke to my husband and after today, we want you to be our agent because there's no way we would have been able to set up all those listings and go to see all those homes. It never would have happened. And you handled it so well. We just want you to handle it. And I really appreciated that because that was not my intention. I will tell you when she first told me she wasn't going to use me, I was like, oh, I did all this work on this list. I didn't even, the listings, whatever. And I knew they were buying a much bigger house, but I said, you know what? I just felt like whatever I can do to help. And that's what happens. I have a listing right now. It's a friend's mom. She's selling it. And, this is part of her retirement. It's not a very big home. And I just figure, let me just help you out. Oh, there's the dog. She has opinions too, apparently. But when this woman called, she says, I'm not using an agent. I'm just calling people. Now, she may or may not be using agent. Maybe she wasn't comfortable telling me because she's calling me. And I said, what can we do for you as an agent? Like, why do you need an agent when you're trying to find a house? Okay. Why? Maybe you can cut the commission, because if you go directly to the buyer or to the seller. I'm getting all distracted now. This is so professional. If you go directly, then maybe you can cut the commission a little and blah, blah, blah. Well, here's the thing. Odds are, when you're looking for a home, you're not going to find, especially in this market, you're not going to buy the first home you find. So you're going to have multiple homes that you're looking at. You're going to be working on different deals. You're going to be putting offers in. They're going to be rejected, or they're going to be negotiated, and so forth. Then you're going to have to deal with your lender. Okay, maybe you're a cash buyer. Maybe you want insurance. You don't want insurance. You have to get the appraiser. There's so many details that go through, and setting up showings, setting up the inspection, looking at the inspection report. Do we need to have things fixed? Do you need to have an expert come in? So many different things that if you're just sitting there and you really want to find a home, I mean, if you're casually looking and you're on Zillow, you're on Realtor.com, you go to Redfin, you go to Trulia, you go to every single account you can find and you're looking, or you get registered with me, you can get it on your phone. It's an app. It'll automatically pop up when things in your area are looking that, oh, this is for sale. Oh, look, there's an improved price. That means it was decreased. Improved for you, not for the seller. All of these things, it's part of finding a home and buying a home is a very stressful, it's a very difficult process. Okay? Well, sounds like a lot of fun. My job is to make it easier, to help you, to walk you through, to even if you're looking at this house going, I don't know, and I'm like, this is not going to work for you. Me talking you out of a sale that we could have because it's not right for you. I'm not in this to just make a sale. I'm in this you're kind of like a house coach. That's kind of my job. And that's why I'm here. So if you're sitting at home and you're like, oh, I'm just looking, oh, well, there's a house. I'm going to just call, I'm going to call the listing agent. When you go to Zillow, you're not calling the listing agent. Odds are you are calling someone who's next on the dial that they're going to be representing. It's the next lead. So you're not even working directly with the seller's agent. Unless you're driving by and you see the house on the street and you call that sign, that's the way you know you're definitely getting the listing agent. But anyway, that's just my little pitch for the day. Tomorrow my girls are leaving me for a week. Good news, they're leaving for a week. Bad news, they're leaving for a week. Anyway, they're going on a trip with their dad. It's their ski week. Yes, their school has a ski week. I got nothing. But so Teddy and I and Thumper will be around tonight. Weedline is playing at Lauderdale by the Sea. I'm so excited. They started having the music they're blocking the street, having music there. I'm so excited to get to see Mark Zayden and the boys perform. They're there from 6 o'clock till 10 o'clock tonight. And let's see what else. So then the rest of the weekend, I'm not really sure. Super Bowl Sunday, excited about that. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to watch it. We were at Bo's downstairs. I'm not sure what it's called, but upstairs it's the balcony, but then downstairs Bo's, whatever it is. And we were there. It looks like a really cool sports bar. I usually go to Bo Campers. So am I cheating on him if I go to Bo's? Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day today. Remember, if you're thinking about buying a house, call me. If you're thinking about listing your house, call me. If you're looking for commercial real estate, call me. Or if you have commercial real estate to list, I'm here for you. I can do it all. But I still don't have a Valentine. But that's all right. Because what does Miley Cyrus say? I can buy my own flowers? Yeah, I can, but that's not much fun. You guys have a great day. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you around. Bye.